entire family deep love and gratitude for a person who's not just my father, but a true pillar of dedication, my dad, who's retiring from ONGC after 35 years of exemplary service. Now, I believe this hall is well familiar with his strong work ethics. All of you have spoken about it. His discipline, his honesty, his punctuality, his admiration towards technology, towards electronic devices needs no introduction. Everyone is well familiar with it. I don't want to stress too much about it. I want to talk about a very interesting element of his life, which I am hoping would also be able to inspire a lot of young folks over here. I would want to talk about how his journey with ONGC was able to influence my own journey in life. I would want to reflect on some of the values that I could gain because of just being part of ONGC's extended family. I would want to take you back to our days in Dehradun. I did my schooling from Dehradun till class 8. I was in Anne Mary school. I was a bright kid who excelled in studies. But it was ONGC which really gave me a platform to excel in extracurriculars. All the cultural events that ONGC conducted, that the club conducted, they really gave me a platform to take the stage with confidence and perform, speak in public, do some musical gigs. I remember we did a lot of gigs with Mr. Chakravarti and his son where I played the guitar, Mr. Chakravarti played the keyboard while his son sang, and we also used to jam sometimes in Geetika ma'am's house. So those were fun times. We did a lot of dramas. I even did some dance performances when I was young. My wife would not believe me I did that, but yeah. So also, and by the way, I always saw my mom in front of me winning laurels in every competition that she participated in. In fact, yesterday only she was telling me that she won one of the prizes in the essay writing competition in Hindi just yesterday. So I always had my mom to look forward to with great admiration, winning laurels across different categories of competitions. So it was these experiences which really laid the foundation for me to later take on anchoring roles in my corporate career, addressing large gatherings like the ATL annual events. So it was really my pleasure. I am really grateful for that. The next thing that I want to talk about is sports. Sports is something which I am deeply passionate about. Cricket is my love. I am really passionate about cricket. But in our school in Dehradun, there was no cricket field. We just had a basketball court which was hardcore cemented. But I have very vivid memories of going to Ambedkar Stadium in Dehradun with my dad, accompanying him for his cricket matches. I was so intrigued by those leather ball games. There was Mr. Devinder, who used to hit it out of the park, like he was not Devinder but Virender Sehwag. He was very good in cricket. There was Mr. Mulli, who was in his late 40s or early 50s, but he was so full of energy, full of life. I was really intrigued by all these folks. At times I even got a chance to play a few overs, to bowl a few balls, or play along the sidelines. I used to do scoring otherwise. There used to be physical scoring sheets back then. And it was really admiring for me to see all these guys. To this day, I take up cricket very seriously. I play almost 2 matches a week. I've played 200 matches in the last 3 years, taken over 300 wickets. It's all because of the fact that I could watch the game so closely early on as dad played on the field. Then coming back to our career, we shifted from Dehradun to Assam, Jorhat. I joined KV ONGC Jorhat. That was my first foray into KV ONGC school. And we were in the ONGC colony again for the first time. These 3 years were truly transformative years for me. They really shaped me into an all-rounder. I was no longer just a topper but also a complete all-rounder who excelled in a variety of sports. All this was because of the facilities that ONGC extended through its colony, through its schools, through its good teachers that were there in the schools. I'm really proud of all that. I started mastering different games like TT, like volleyball, like badminton. I play badminton with the CEO of my company at Make My Trip every weekend. It is only possible because I was able to take on the game very early. I have very vivid memories of volleyball games at night in Jorhat. Mr. Sunil Khatri is here. He used to smash it every night in those volleyball games. It was so much fun playing with him and other individuals, all of that's friends. I'm really having very good memories of those times. After Jorhat, we moved to Delhi and I did my 12th from Delhi. Post 12th, I entered St. Stephen's College. When I went to the college for interviews, obviously there's a cutoff, but also there are interviews that have to be cleared. I carried a big folder with me which had a bunch of certificates, not just pertaining to my studies, but also my extracurriculars, and I did go through. So obviously, I'm really indebted to DAD and to ONGC for extending such a good environment where we could excel across categories. None of this could have been possible if not for the nurturing environment that ONGC provides to not just its employees, but their extended family members. And now this is a very important point. I've been with 3 different companies post my MBA. I've worked with Bajaj Auto, I've worked with Airtel, and presently I've been working with Make My Trip since the last 3.5 years. All these companies focus on the well-being of their employees, but none of them extend those benefits to the family members. And this is something which I'm really proud that I could be a part of that journey and learn so much because of ONGC's facilities that it extended. I would like to thank all of DAD's seniors who became his mentors and guides. I would like to thank all of DAD's juniors who became his lifelong admirers, and all his colleagues who became his friends. They really helped him in shaping his career, and I'm really indebted to all of them. I would also want to especially talk about the resilience that Dad showed during COVID. You all saw that he was in Neelam from 2018 to 2022. Those were tough times, particularly around 2019, 2020. There was a lot of anxiety everywhere. People were living in isolation, and he was there in the sea. And the stints were also getting extended. They were no longer 14-day stints. In fact, one of the times he was there on the sea for about 52 days. Yet, I never saw his courage getting wavered. I never saw him getting anxious. He was always there doing his duty with full commitment, with full compliance, and he was very passionate about that. I'm sure that is why he is the individual that he is today, and it is people like him who make ONGC the Maharatna that it is today. All of you guys are doing a phenomenal job, and you're making the country proud. I'm really happy to see everyone over here contributing so proactively. In the end, I would like to say to that we love you, we adore you, we really wish you lots of happiness in all the chapters to come. We are proud of you, Dad. Thank you.